Hello, wonderfuls. Well, singer Don Richard has entered the courtroom and has given her bombshell testimony of Diddy's monstrous acts on Cassie. She said in 2009 at Diddy's LA home, he came down the stairs screaming and very combative. Yes, he said, "Where is my effing food? Where are my effing eggs?" And Cassie was dutifully cooking his eggs, y'all. But Diddy snatches the hot skillet and it goes toward Cassie's head. Cassie then falls to the floor in a fetal position. Now, picture it, y'all. She falls to the floor in fetal position to protect herself. Now, that's something that she had been doing time and time again. So it's like she knew exactly what to do and what type of time Diddy was on. Diddy then starts using his feet on Cassie. Okay? Yeah, y'all know what he's doing there. He's using his feet. But we got to use other words over here, okay? He uses his feet on her while she was still on the floor, covering her head and in fetal position. Then Don says he proceeds to pull her upstairs by her hair. Then from downstairs, all Don and the others could hear was glass breaking, all thumping and thumping. And what the thumping was, as if someone was being tossed to and fro all around the room. Okay? So, they knew without doubt what was going on upstairs. They knew Cassie was continually under the you-know-what of this monster. And so, what did they do? Well, she says they did absolutely nothing. And she said they did absolutely nothing because they were in fear that this monster would do them even worse. Okay? And I'm like, wow. All of y'all down there and not one of you all could even say anything to this man, or maybe more than one of you all, because if more than one of you had said something, I believe this man would have sort of backed out, because you know what? He's nothing but a coward anyway. A man, and I won't even call him a man, a monster that can do something like that to one person, and to a female, is nothing but a coward anyway. So I believe that if you all had gathered together and said something to this man, at least go up the stairs, knock on the door, beat on the door, say, "Diddy, Diddy, Diddy, stop it," or something, I believe he would have stopped it. You may have gotten hollered at, but look, seeing how this man is a coward, this man would have backed down. Now, of course, you weren't going to always be there to protect Cassie, but at least the time that you were there. Because look, this is how cowards operate. He would have backed down with several people saying something to him. Nevertheless, that's what happened. They were afraid. They said absolutely nothing. But I say, okay, Don, at least now you're doing your part. You're in this courtroom and you're telling all that needs to be told about this monster and these acts that he did on this person. And y'all, they said she will be back. Yeah, her testimony isn't finished. There is more to come. And yes, we know that Cassie has finished hers. And we know that now we are going to get into the nitty gritty of the rest of these RICO charges for him. That's right. There are so many more people to come forth and to give their testimony about how this man is definitely going down on these charges, okay? Everybody wanted to be talking about, oh, it just seems like, but that's okay, because you know what? It showed something. It showed a pattern with him. It showed something. So now y'all gonna see that it was more than just DV. It was more than just what he tried to tell Don and them. Oh, this is what happens between people who love each other. That ain't love. That ain't got nothing to do with love. So what he tried to do was gaslight them. Because what did they say? The next day, he called Don and the rest of the group into his studio, locked the door already. There are those tactics, those tactics that he's trying to scare somebody. Locked the door and proceeds to give them a lecture about, in the nutshell, you better not say anything about what you saw at my house or else. That's what it was in the nutshell. He gave some speech about where he come from, this type of thing happens and all that crap. But the nitty gritty of it was that you better not say anything about what you saw. And literally threatening them. That's what she said. She felt in threat of her life. Exactly. That's what she said. So she will be back. There will others will be back. Oh, they are going to wrap it up with RICO charges. Yes, they are. It's going to happen. So y'all, all those who want justice for anybody, okay? And you may have something against Cassie, but if you just want justice for all those workers he did wrong to, stay tuned.